Hey guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. It's been a long day. It's 9 o'clock on a Sunday. It's time for a review show special, and that's where I take a deep dive into a particular trick, a creator, a product, and I tell you exactly what I think. And today we are looking at this. So what is this? This is NYX by Luca Volpe. Now, anybody who watches this channel will know I'm a huge fan of Luca Volpe. I think he's one of the greatest mentalists in the world today. He launched this at the Blackpool Magic Convention, sold out within seconds, and I believe it will be available, if it's not already, through magic shops, and I wanted to give it a full review. Now, I was given this, full disclosure, Luca sent me one of these, and I was given this before Blackpool. I was one of the very first people to get one of these, and so I've had quite a bit of time to play around with it and kind of understand exactly what this deck does. And this is going to be a deep dive explaining everything. So we're going to talk about the deck first of all, and then after we've talked about the deck, we're going to talk about the tutorial, we're going to talk about the assets that come with it, and then we'll talk about what we think. So first of all, the deck. Now, the deck was designed by Phil Smith. Now, I am a huge fan of Phil Smith. Phil Smith is the man behind the DMC decks, the new Elysian Duet decks. He created the marking system and the design of Evoke and Mind Blocks and Cube 52. He obviously created Ryland's America's Got Talent audition and live finals act. Phil is amazing and an incredible mentalist to boot as well. And I think that's what makes Phil so good. He's not just a designer, but he's also a mentalist as well. So when when you work with him on a project, he's coming at it from the point of view of understanding what you're trying to do with the marking system. So the deck has been designed by Phil Smith. First of all, the box screams quality. Luca is a very quality upmarket performer. He performs at corporate events all over the world, and as you would expect, nothing else but having something that looks really quality. This looks quality. Now, when you open up the cards and you look inside, you're going to find there's an instruction card that tells you how the marks work. I don't think I have a problem talking to you about the marks here, because it's been very openly discussed by Luca that these cards are marked. But what you might not realize is how well they are marked. Now, first of all, let's talk about the deck itself. So the deck is actually a deck of cards, but instead of court cards and instead of the real estate in the middle being taken up by pips and so on and so forth, the pips of the cards are just in the corners. So you can see here we've got a 3 of hearts, here we have a jack of spades, here we have an ace of hearts, so on and so forth. In the other corners, we have numbers. So you have 17, you have 39, there's numbers. And then right there in the middle, nice and big and bold, you have words. And all of these words are actually motivational words. Love and mission and begin and spirit and life and alive. And even the jokers are actually designed the same way. So there's 2 jokers, they're designed the same way as well. What's interesting about the jokers, which I thought was quite interesting, is that one says lie and one says truth, which is very interesting from a presentational point of view. But that's what the deck is. Now, I've heard a few people talk about this on the Magic Cafe, and a couple of people said, well, it doesn't look like a deck of cards because there's words on there, there's numbers on there. And I kind of think that's the point. You know, when you go to most shops these days, you'll see things like this, where you've got a deck of cards with words written on them. You can get cards that have got anything written on them these days, and I think people know that. So I don't think they look out of place, to be honest. But what's really interesting from a mentalist point of view is there's so much information on one card. So if you want to work with just numbers, you can. If you want to work with playing card values, you can. If you want to work with just the words, you can. Now, these cards are beautifully printed. The cards handle really well. All your normal slights you're going to be able to do. Absolutely not a problem. But what's interesting about these is that the cards are marked. And as you would imagine with Phil, the marking system is ingenious. Luca and Phil work together to create a marking system that's really clever. It's not the optical marking system at all, but it kind of feels a little bit like the optical marking system in a way. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to immediately get the word, the playing card, and the number of the back of the card. So if you want to get the word, I can see that this is power. I can see that this is wise. I can let's see, give them a cut, take one from somewhere else. I can see that this is strong. And I've only just started working with these, and that's how quickly you can get the marks. They are very, very quick. This is truth. So this is spirit. So it's very easy, expert, to get the words. It's very easy to get the words off the cards, because when you realise how the marking system works, your eyes just go straight to it. Destiny, you know, your eyes just go straight to it. It's very interesting how it works. Now, as well as that, right next to the word, you're also going to get the card. So you've got the eight of clubs, sorry, here. You've got the jack of clubs here. So you're going to very easily get Queen of Spades. You're going to very easily be able to get anything that you want to, Six of Spades, so on and so forth. The next line down, so here I've got trust, I've got Three of Clubs, and then I've got 16. So I can see that the number's 16, Three of Clubs, trust. That's how quickly you can get all the information. So here I can see limitless, I can see 28. You know, it's very quick to get that. 10 of Clubs. Boom, you can see right there. So the marking system is ingenious, and it's also omnidirectional, so you can hold it this way and this way, and you'll be able to get the information. So it doesn't matter which way you hold it, and you can literally, I mean, my eyes are terrible, but I can just look down here and I can see inspire, 7 of clubs, 20. Boom, inspire, 7 of clubs, 20. 25, free, and the 5 of I'm still working on the playing card values. 5 of clubs, I think that is. Yeah, 51, freedom. I got the card completely wrong. I'm still working on that. To be honest, I'm not using the marking system for the card. The main thing that I'm using the marking system for, in all honesty, is the word. And the word is just pops, life, goal, desire, glory. It's really, really easy to use that marking system. Now, what's also interesting is the way that the cards are designed on the face, without giving too much away. Luca calls it a front marking system. And when this came up on the tutorial, and he said it's a front marking system or a face marking system, I stopped the video. And I was like, right, okay, I'm going to work out what this marking system is on the face. How can something be marked on the face? And honestly, I had no clue. And I sat there for about an hour looking at these cards, couldn't figure it out. And then when I realized, I was like, oh my God, when I watched the video, I was like, this is ingenious. So you can literally do this. So you can literally have one person take a card and mix it into 4 other random cards, and you can immediately tell them which card it is, face up or face down. And that's because of how the system is built into the face of the cards. It's very, very clever. And it shows that this has been really well worked through by Luca. Now, what's really interesting is, and this is what I think is one of the big benefits of this deck, you can use this in any way that you want. So, for example, if you want to do a normal card routine, let's say you're a mentalist and you want to do a mentalism style routine just with playing cards, you can bring this deck out, have it shuffled or have it stacked, and immediately you're going to be able to do any card routine you want to. If you want to have these set up in Stebbins, or you want to have these set up in a mem deck, you can do. It's absolutely not a problem. You'll be able to do any of your card routines that you do with these, no problem. But you can then switch without changing props. You can switch and immediately going into something that involves a word. So once I've done my card routine, I can say, right, there's motivational words in all of these cards. You can start off by saying, this is a deck of cards I got from a shop. It's got words on them, but don't worry about the words for now. Let me show you something. You do a routine and you say, well, let's now focus on the words. Can you touch a card for me? And just by touching that card, you can get access to anything straight away because you can see it right there. So I can see exactly what I'm looking for immediately, which is perfect. So I could have them just touch one and put their hand on it, and I can go, okay, joy. And immediately I'm going to get the word, which is really cool. And then you can do something with numbers, and you can have the numbers. So you can have something that would normally take 3 different props, and you can have everything built into one deck. So the tutorial with this is great, absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. But honestly, I think that the value of this is the fact that you're probably going to have routines that you do that you can immediately do with this deck instead, because the marking system is incredible. Whether you use mark cards or not, you've got a routine you'll be able to do with these immediately. But then you can go into lots of other things as well with it. You know, the amount of times I see in Facebook groups, I need to force a number. How do I force a number? Well, very, very simple. You use this. This is a great way to force a number while you're using it for a deck of cards. It's just genius. Let's talk about the tutorial. So first of all, there's two aspects. When you watch all of the instructions are hosted on Murphy's Magic, and there's two different things that you can stream, stroke download. The first is a PDF, and the PDF is basically, it covers everything that the tutorial covers and other stuff as well. So the PDF is really well designed, really well kind of laid out, and it's got everything that you need to know. So first of all, it goes through the front marking system, then it goes through the back marking system, then it goes through ideas of how you can use this for numbers, routines with numbers, routines with words. It goes through how you can use this for routines with playing cards, how you can combine the two, and it'd be very interesting to combine the two. And Luca doesn't talk about this anywhere, but the fact that you've got numbers and you've got cards, this lends itself to some sort of any card at any number type routine, where the card is also generating a number. I think that would be quite cool. There's probably going to be a lot you could do with that, but you know, that's for somebody else to figure out. But my mind races with this. It really does. But there's so many different ideas on the PDF, and then you look at the tutorial. The tutorial is just under an hour long, and the goal of the tutorial is not to overload you with information, but show you a couple of really strong routines. And there's live performances of some of those routines as well. So the first routine that Luca talks about is how to use the front marking system, and he does a routine that's a little bit like John Morton's Baby Book, but completely different. And he does that as a studio performance and explains how it works. And honestly, I think that would fool any magician on the planet. I think that if you perform that to me, I would have no idea how it worked at all. It's very, very clever. It does require a setup of the deck, but the deck doesn't take long to set up. It's not like a memorized stack or anything. You don't need to memorize anything, but there is a setup that's required to do that particular routine. It is really the only routine that requires a setup, but it's worth knowing. To do the front marking system, it's better if you have the deck set up. Now, the main routine, kind of what I think of the main routine, is a routine called Words, and you see a live performance of this by Luca. Now, what Words is basically is it's a 7 or 8 minute stage act with nothing more than this, and it is brilliant. So you start off by having these cards shuffled by a member of the audience. You bring a member of audience up on stage, they shuffle the cards, and then you hand them a dictionary. You then give them 4 balls, 4 paper balls, and they throw them out to 4 people in the audience who join you up on stage. So there's 5 people up on stage now. The person with the dictionary that shuffled the cards and threw out the paper balls, 4 other people. Now, each person then takes a card from the shuffled deck, and then once they've taken the card, you tell them to look at the word on the card. Now, the first person's word, you tell them what it is. Brilliant. The second person's word, you tell them what it is, but in a more impressive way, because each one builds. The third person's card, you're using a clipboard here, you're using a whiteboard, you're using a pad. So the first person, you're having them think of the word, and you write, you turn it around. Second person, same thing. The third person, you see a number and you go, well, hang on, that doesn't make any sense. And remember, they shuffled the cards. They took the cards in the shuffled deck that the guy shuffled, and you genuinely did shuffle it. There's no stooging. The third person, you wrote down a number, and when they look in the dictionary that the person's been holding the whole time, in that dictionary, next to the number, the page number and the line number that you've written down, is the third person's word. And the last person you struggle with, and you say you can't get it, what was the word? And they say love, or whatever it may be. There's lots of different options, but let's say they say love. You then have them open up the paper balls that were thrown out in the audience from the beginning. One's got L, one's got O, one's got V, one's got E, and the word is love. Beautiful routine. Would bring the house down. Lucas says that he performs this in almost every corporate show he does, and I am totally not surprised. There's another routine that you see a live performance of that's equally as good. where you hand, and I've never seen this technique before, and it's a genius technique. He has the card shuffled, and he gives the, somebody takes a prediction, an envelope, right? So there's an envelope, and you literally are just dealing cards onto the table, and you have them say stop anytime you want to. And there really is no force. They can say stop anytime they want. And wherever they say stop, you go, right, okay, that's fantastic, that's amazing. You stop right there, no problem, brilliant stuff. And you have them look at the prediction, and the prediction matches the word that's on the card that they stopped on. This fooled me so badly when I watched the live performance. I was like, how is that even possible? And when I saw the method, I was equally as impressed. Then there's a whole bunch of other ideas that he goes through. He goes through kind of a quick fire jazzing thing where he's like, right, okay, excuse me, you could use this deck for this, and you can use it for this, and you can use it for this, and you can use it for this. And he literally just machine gun fires a bunch of ideas and concepts that you can use. And then finishes off with an entire section on how you can use this deck for pre-show. Now, some people use pre-show, some people don't. But pre-show is a valid technique, especially when performing on stage. And Luca goes through a bunch of different ways that you can use the NYX deck on stage. Now, I think that you see performances of close-up routines, you see performances of stage routines, and I think therein lies the beauty of this. The beauty of this is if you are a walk-around performer, there is a ton of stuff you'll be able to do with this immediately. Even if you just used it as a deck of cards, which, by the way, I think is ridiculous because you're missing out on the power of this deck. But if you wanted to just use it as a deck of cards, you could, and it's got an insane marking system. But if you walk around performing and you want to add more elements of mentalism into your act, and you want to incorporate the words that are on the cards and the numbers on the cards, there's a bunch of different things you can do. In the PDF, Luca goes through a very interesting lottery prediction. Which is a really cool idea because there's numbers on the cards. He can, he's got this really great lottery prediction. He's also, just as an example of all the different things you can do using the numbers, Luca's got this really cool way of doing a magic square, which you can do with this deck as well. So if you like magic squares, you can use this to do a magic square very, very easily. The point is, there's so many different things you can do. So if you're a walk-around performer, close-up performer, or somebody who performs in banquet situations or formal close-up shows, this is amazing. You just have this deck in your pocket and you're ready to go anytime, anywhere. But what really excites me about this is if you're a stage performer, there's routines you can do with this as well that will literally play to an entire room. And we know this because we see the live performances of Luca doing this in a live performance audience situation. I know there's a lot of close-up magicians these days that want to start putting a stage show together, and they kind of wonder how they're going to do that. Well, this is a great way to start, because if you can take a deck that you start performing close-up with, and then you take it and you do it on stage, it's just going to make everything easier for you to transition to a stage environment. I love the words routine with the dictionary and the paper balls. That's probably one of my favorite stand-up mentalism tricks that I've ever seen. Trick is really devaluing it. It's not a trick, it's a routine. In fact, I'm actually going to show this to Matt, because I think that Matt would absolutely love that particular routine for his show as well. It's not difficult, it's very easy to do, but it looks absolutely amazing. So if you're a stage performer, a parlor performer, a cabaret performer, there's an awful lot you can get out of this deck as well. The tutorial is great. It's about an hour in length as live performances. There is the PDF as well with a bunch of other ideas. But honestly, this is limited only by your imagination. This is not a 9-hour tutorial with every single idea crammed into it. It's very succinct, and it's got what it needs to have to get you guys up and running and going immediately. Beyond that, I think that people are going to come up with their own ideas. They're going to come up with their own routines. They're going to have ideas and routines with decks of cards and, different props that they're going to be able to incorporate into this already. So I love it. It's going to get 100% from me. I think it's amazing. Now, I'm hoping to do some live performances of this product for the review show special. I haven't filmed them yet, and I don't know if I'll be able to because everything is chaotic in this office at the moment. But I think I'm going to be able to. If I have, that live performance footage is magically going to appear on this video by Michael, and it's going to appear right now. So, Jack, I'm going to do something kind of strange with you, and it involves making a prediction of what's going to happen in the future. Right. Now, I have in my pocket, inside my shirt, I have a prediction of something that I think is going to happen in the not too distant future. I'm going to have you think of any word in the world, any word in the English language. Can you think of that word?
Yeah.
If I told you I had that word predicted, written down inside my shirt, would that be good?
That would be pretty good.
Name that word.
Volcano.
Volcano. I couldn't have known that, could I?
Nope.
So if I had volcano printed in my pocket, would that be good?
That'd be pretty good.
I have, because inside my shirt I actually have the Collins Encyclopedia Dictionary and Thesaurus in colour, because everybody needs a colour dictionary, and volcano will be in there. So there you go. I predicted the word that you would think of. Thank you. That's
How fucking small's that book?
not the size that counts, it's how many words are in it, Jack. You need to
I don't
remember.
get a grade though.
You don't need to, it's boring. Doesn't really have much of a plot or a story. But anyway, it's not important. That will become important later on though, so hold on to the dictionary. I do have a real prediction. That was a joke, but I do have a real prediction.
That was a mental laugh.
No, this is a real prediction. And any good mentalist, and I'm a mentalist now, Michael. Shut up, I am.
Is it?
Shut up, I am. I'm a mentalist now. I'm a mentalist. I'm growing a sideburns and I'm going to have a widow's peak. Kind of wearing a black suit. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be like all mysterious and everything and start talking about NLP. Yeah, I'm a mentalist now. But anyway, most mentalists will give you the prediction halfway through. I'm giving it you at the beginning. This is my prediction. Take it, hold it, love it, don't open it. Thank you. So, I went to the shops the other day.
Right.
As is my want and desire and need. And I found these in a little new agey shop. And what they are, I don't know if you've ever heard of them before. Have you ever heard of these? They're not, I'll give you a clue, Jack. They're not playing cards.
Got Pac-Man on the back.
No. That's just a back design. What they are, and this is what's really interesting, they're meant to be motivational playing cards. I know what you're thinking, how can playing cards motivate you? Well, these are playing cards with different words on them, basically. So you can see they're playing cards, like that's a 5 of hearts, that's a 4 of diamonds, you know, they are playing cards, but as well as being playing cards, they have words, and all of these words are designed to be positive words that are meant to inspire you. So the whole idea is that if you're feeling a little bit down, you go, oh, trust, now I feel a lot better. It's also got numbers on it. That's how it works. I've also got numbers on here as well. But I realised because there's cards, there's numbers, there's words, I can actually use these to read minds. And we'll start off with something simple, because let's face it, Jack, you are simple. So we'll start off with something simple. I'm going to go back and forth. Well, you do it. Go back and forth with your finger. And anytime you want to, what I want you to do, when you feel the urge, just stop. Although if you felt the urge, why would you stop? That's probably the oldest joke in magic, by the way, just so you know. Put your finger down on, is that where you were?
Yeah.
You're happy there? Okay, you can move your finger, I'm not that good. Have a look at the word on that card. Okay?
Can I show the camera?
Yeah, it's up to you if you want to. And then put it back.
Okay.
Okay? See if I was going to start with something really simple. You're closed off, you see, your arms are folded, but I think I can do this. Think of the word. Think of the word, imagine it's here. Think of the first letter of the word. Imagine that word is shining really brightly in front of you. Like Minority Report. Remember Minority Report? You're seeing it in front of you. I'm seeing it reverse, so if I flip it around, yeah, that first word, it's a H. First letter's a H, isn't it?
It is a H?
Yeah. Think of a letter in the middle of the word. Oh, you went back and forth, didn't you? You were thinking between like an M and an O.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ended up on the O. Think of the letter at the end. It's a Y. The word you're thinking of is harmony.
It was, yeah.
It was. Now that's just, you know, like just the starting point. We're going to go one step further, Jack. We're going to go one step further because I'm going to try and take this to the next level. Are you ready to have this taken to the next level?
What is the next level?
The next level is for me to cut the deck into 2 piles.
Right.
Okay. And then what I want you to do is I want you to take this pile and cut it into 2. Very good. And take this pile and cut it into 2. Very good. Very good. Now flip one of those piles over. It's up to you. You're making all the decisions here. Flip one of them over. That one there?
Yep.
And flip one of these over. And I'm telling you what's going to happen here. So I'm going to, whatever's face down here, I'm going to shuffle into the face up, back it over here.
Okay.
So you happy? Do you want to change them around a bit, or are you okay?
I'll stick with that.
Okay, cool. So these two are going to get shuffled together like this. And that's not one of those TV magic shuffles. You can see they really are shuffled. And likewise, when I said put it in half, it's fine. It's okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have picked you. We'll shuffle these together like this as well. Now, take either one of these piles and flip it over. That one there? You sure?
Yep.
Perfect. So we'll shuffle these into these. Happy?
Sure.
Happy. Happy. You got it. So what I'm going to do, I'm gonna look away,
Okay.
and we'll spread them out. Some of the cards are face up, some of the cards are face down. I'm going to look away. When I do, you're going to take any one of the face down cards,
Right.
take it out, look at it, but don't show the camera, don't show anyone else, and then put it there.
Okay.
When you've done that, tell me, and then you're going to flip all of the cards over, and you're going to take any 4 face down cards without looking at them and put them on top of that card.
Right.
Do you understand?
I think so.
Good. I will look away. So start off, any face down card, take it out. You got one?
Just getting it now.
Look at it, but don't show anyone else.
Okay.
Put it in the corner of the mat. Now pick the cards up and turn them over. And then spread them out and take any 4 face down cards and put them on top of that card.
Am I allowed to look at them?
Nope, you're not going to. I only want you to know that one card.
Okay.
You done?
Nearly.
Take your time. You're doing great. Are we good?
Yep.
Have we took any 4 face down cards?
Yep.
Great. We're just gonna you mix those up face down so nobody knows what they are. I will sort these all out so they're facing the right way. That's important. And I wish I could do this by magic. If I could, that'd be a real triumph. But it's not possible, unfortunately. I'm a mentalist now. Shut up.
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I am a mentalist now.
You know Stebbins.
Apparently that's all, you give those a shuffle. Apparently that's all you have to do to be a mentalist. No Stebbins. No, I'm a mentalist now. If I was a magician, I could have sorted them out, but I'm not. I have to be all cool and mysterious. Because that's what I am now, Jack. I'm cool and mysterious. It's very exciting.
Well, I was just sleep at night.
Exactly. Right, so you mix these up as well. Did you shuffle these as well?
Yeah.
Okay. And one of these, you don't know the words, do you?
Other than one of them, no.
You know one of them. Okay. Okay. And you mix them up and you shuffle them and nobody can know anything. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay. Michael, what I want you to do, there's 5 cards. You're going to try and find his card yourself. You're going to give me a number between, say, I don't know, 5 and 50. Whatever number you give me, I'm going to go back and forth, counting 1 card at a time until I get to your number. Okay, so give me a number. What do you want?
16.
16. You sure you want 16?
Yeah?
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah?
Now think about this. You took out a card, you looked at it, you only showed it yourself.
Yeah.
You then took another 4 cards, you don't know what they are. You then mixed them up and we just laid them down on the table. He then gave me a number. He ended up on this card. 1 number less would have been this card. 1 number more would have been this card. But he ended up on this one right now. First of all, Jack, was your card honest?
Nope.
No. Was your card harmony?
Nope.
Was your card success?
Nope. Was
your card trust?
No.
Wow. Which means this must be your card. Michael, it's amazing, but let me see if I can do this. Do you remember the word, Jack?
I do.
Let me just engage mentalism mode. Shut up, I'm a mentalist now. Hang on. Was your word... No, it just hit me. Was your word mission
It was.
the one that Michael found?
Pretty
Isn't
good.
that amazing?
That
It's
is
pretty good. That's freaking incredible, man. I could start a religion with that. It wouldn't be a very good religion, but I could start a religion. All right? It'd be a religion based on lies, but it's fine. It would be a religion. We're going to go one step further. We're going to go one step further. We're going to do one more thing, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
You mixed these cards up, didn't you? Can you do me a favour and cut about halfway? It's up to you where, but around about half. Because apparently, to you, half is 5 cards, but whatever. Turn them face up and put them back on top of the pack. Very good. And you cut to mission again. I'd like to claim that that was on purpose. It was on purpose. As a mentalist, you should claim everything. That was me. I did that. Yeah, whatever. We're going to take the the 4 face down cards.
Right.
Without looking at them. Okay?
Yeah.
And we'll try and do this. We won't even use the rest of them. Okay. Sharpie marker time. Put your hand on there. Top card. You shuffled them. You cut to 4 random cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Have a peek at the top card. Just have a peek at the word on the top card and then put it back.
Okay.
Okay. Send it to me, Jack. Send it to me.
What,
Send me
email
that. No, send it to me. To transfer yourself into me.
That's so sorry.
No, really, seriously, think of the word. Okay, there's 4 letters, isn't there?
There is 4 letters. Are you playing fucking Hangman?
No, I know there's 4 letters. Think of the last letter. There's an E.
There is an E.
There's an F.
There is an F.
There's an L.
There is.
There's an I. The first word is life.
It is.
Turn it over, just the first one, and show them. Oh my God, I am a man amongst men. It's like I'm like Max Maven reincarnated. Let's see if we can do it again. Shut up! I'm a mentalist now. All right. Let me do the next one. Think of the word.
I looked at you.
Have a look at it.
Okay.
Think of the amount of letters. Oh, you looked up and to the left. That tells me that you were thinking about how many letters there were. You didn't do that with life. Because you didn't do it with life and you did it with that tells me it's a longer word because you had to think through how many letters were there. Is that right? Now you're blinking quite quickly. You're trying to hide the fact that I know it's 8 letters. It's 8 letters, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which letter would you like me to get first?
I can't take that.
1 to 8. Which one?
5.
That's that one. Concentrate on it. Send it to me. Oh, he looked up and to the left again. He's trying to... Right, okay. It's a V. And it also means that your mum has a gammy leg. Is that right?
My mum has a gammy leg?
Yeah, she's got a bit of a leg problem at the moment, isn't it? Don't worry, Jack. She'll get better.
Pretty sure she does.
No, she does. She's not telling you because she doesn't want to worry you, but she'll get better, I promise. Which letter would you like me to go for next?
2.
2. Concentrate. Concentrate. No, don't send me that. I don't want to know what you did last week. Not that bit. The other bit. Lock that away. Got it. It's an O. Am I right?
It is a no.
Let's go for the first letter, shall we? Let's go nuts. Think of it. 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 Think of something you like drinking beginning with that same letter. You were thinking of milk, weren't you? Because it's an M. Oh my God, this is amazing. Let's go for another one. Let's go for a letter at the end. There's an E, is that right?
It is right.
Let's go for this one. It's a T. It's an I. It's an A. It's a T. You ended up with motivate, am I right?
You are right.
I honestly, let's go for this one.
Okay.
Concentrate. Does your word is it made up of over 10,000 letters?
What? I'm pretty sure no words over 10,000 letters.
Is your word made up of over 10,000 letters?
I'm going to say no.
I'm getting 5, 3, 9, 2, 3. Is your word made up of 53,923 letters?
No.
You know what? I know what this means. This happens sometimes when you're a mentalist like me, because my mentalist
you go
now,
insane.
right? No. This happens sometimes when you're a mentalist, right? Because what happens is you can look for patterns. Some word. Have you heard of an ambigram? It's a word. It's a letters or numbers, and when you turn it around, it looks completely different. You see, you're looking at 53,923, but if I turn this around, do you know what it looks like? It looks like a word. No, it doesn't. It looks like total bollocks. Okay, can't be that then. Hang on, 53,923. Does that word mean anything to you? Were you thinking earlier?
Word? It's a number.
I know it. How many? What did you eat for breakfast this morning?
What have I for breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't.
What?
I'm fasting at the minute, so I didn't have any breakfast.
You didn't have any breakfast? Okay, that can't be it then. What did your mom have for breakfast this morning before she sorted the gammy leg out?
I think she had cereal.
Cereal. Did she have cornflakes?
No, I think she had granola.
Granola?
Yeah.
Did she have 53,923 pieces of granola?
If she had a massive bowl, probably.
I got it, Jack! It's not one big number, it's 3 numbers. 539, 2 and 3. That makes sense, doesn't it, Jack?
Does he?
Yeah, it does, mate. Let me explain.
I think he's lost it, Michael.
Have you looked at the next word?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got it. At the beginning, I gave you a dictionary.
You did?
A dictionary has lots of numbers in it, and lots of words. Each page has 2 columns, the first column and the second column, and then it's got lots of words going down each column in bold. and then it tells you what the word means.
Yeah.
Pick up the dictionary I gave you at the beginning. Turn to page 539, Michael. No,
Michael.
you're Jack. Sorry, all of this information is coming into me at the same time and I'm struggling to comprehend it. I'm a mentalist now. 539. No more coin tricks for me. I'm rehabilitated. 539, Jack. Go to the second column because we've got a 2. That's the second column there, Jack. The clue is it's the second one along. There you go. It's okay. It's my fault. I shouldn't have picked
I'm
you.
my finger on it already.
Okay. And go 3 down, Jack. And what is on page 539 on the second column? 3rd down, Jack.
Strong.
And what was the word, Jack?
Strong.
Boom! Yes! Oh my God, the mentalism flows through me.
What the fuck is going on?
This is just amazing, Jack.
Oh my God.
This is amazing, but the last word. Don't look at it.
Don't look at it.
Never look at it. Because as a mentalist, I'm a mentalist now, by the way. As a mentalist, I need a big finish.
Oh God.
Gave you a piece of paper at the beginning.
You did?
Give me the piece of paper. This piece of paper has a word written on it. It was a word written for the very beginning. I've written it in the sales office next to my tidy desk before I came in here. Shut up.
One of those words isn't true.
And I wrote this down, and then you shuffled the cards thoroughly, over and over again. And then you cut somewhere and you cut. And I told you life, I told you motivate. We got to strong eventually. It took us a while, but we got there. But then this one, right there, that card, this word being written down from the very beginning. One word only. Jack, the word is love. Oh shit, the bottle's just gone. The word is love, Jack.
Bottle's not better when that's gone.
This is the moment. This is the big finish. This is the sort of shit that Matt Cluley wishes he could do. This is mentalism done well, Jack. Love, L-O-V-E, the strongest emotion in the entire world. And Jack, right over here, you had one card from the shuffled deck and you cut to it yourself. And Jack, that word is love.
Hey.
Oh my God. You've seen a lot of magic, but be honest. This is the most amazing thing you've ever seen in your entire life. And do you know why?
Because you're a mentalist.
I'm a mentalist now. So hopefully you saw some live performances there. I'm not going to be able to do the stage performance because obviously I'm not performing on stage. I'm performing close up. But just the stuff that hopefully you saw will show you just the potential of this deck and all the different things you can do. I'm going to give this 100%. I think this is amazing. I think this is incredible. I think this is something that you could easily just carry around in your pocket, and you've got so many different directions you can go into. And unlike other gimmick decks and gaff decks, and unlike a lot of other specially printed decks, this is something that if you just want to use, you could use it as your regular deck. You could do all your different card routines with this, but then you've got this deck in play that's going to enable you to do all this other fun stuff as well. It's why it's so great. I'm giving it 100%. Well done, Luca. Well done, Phil Smith. It's another incredible product. So there you go, guys. That's another video in the bag. That's another review show in the bag. Do me a favor. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. I'm going to be back again tomorrow at 6 o'clock with another Magic Live. I'm going to be back at 9 o'clock with another video. But I want to say thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for checking out the channel and supporting the channel. I'll see you again soon. My name's Craig from Magic TV.